Welcome back, everyone, to Lore of the Shadow, where last time I arrived at Tordog's camp to find out what is going on, and it looks like things are pretty bad because his town is destroyed, pretty much. Hello there.
The Rohirrim will need your aid.
Bah! Fritheld will have to wait. I have lost Torsbury. Nay, I am not disloyal, whatever it may seem. I just know Fritheld. She can hold fast without me. I should know. Look at my nose. She broke it herself. We will attend to Stoke, don't worry. But first, I must reclaim my town. I can't bandy words any longer. My son Tornfirth is in charge of gathering information that we can use for our counter-assault. Speak with him and help him if as you may. The sooner that Torsbury belongs to us, the sooner we can drive Saruman's lackeys back to Isengard. All right. So he wants his town back. Well, I suppose if you are a thane of a town, you will want the town to exist. And this is Harishan. Monsters or madness? And stop the motion. Let's not worry about those. And what about Torfirth here?
What brings you to these lands?
I must ask you that you pardon my father's harshness. He's a good man, but none too clever, and is embarrassed that he allowed Torsbury to fall. The Dunlendings came upon us silently in the night, and had already put the town to the torch before anyone could sound the alarm. It seemed like they came from nearly every direction, and without warning. Now the plan to retake Torsbury and has put me in charge of gathering information. I may be young, only 18 summers, but I've seen my share of battles and know the habits of the orcs. I need you to ride out to Torsbury and through the fields to the south, learn what kind of forces that are arrayed against us. Without that information, we can lay the best plans for our counter-assault. Okay, with that okay. Also,
Your mission is dire.
a more personal matter. What is this that you bring me? I recognize that. This belongs to Lufa, daughter of Yslig. But did she not wed Ortlak of Ordsley? So you say that she didn't wed him out of love. Alas, that we should be torn apart for politics and alliances. I'll treasure this and swear that if Ordlak does not bring her joy, he will feel the taste of my steel. I'm sorry. I shouldn't speak so harshly before you. Well, yeah. Well, based on what I've seen so far, or I suspect that the Thane of Ordlak will be facing some harsh deal because he apparently is not treating her very well as far as I could tell. Now, we need to determine the composition of the enemy's forces. Alright, what do you have here? Orc Riders of the Acres. While patrolling the western fields of the Broad Acres for Torsforth, you discover that many goblin spearmen burning and pillaging. You should drive out the goblin spearmen burning and pillaging the Broad Acres. Okay, we can do that. And I'll presume that's one of them. Since that goblin was... There you go. Had a quest ring, and it suddenly disappeared as soon as I accepted that quest. Now, are there any more around here? Not yet, but I'm sure I'll run into more eventually. For now, we'll continue down the road. Keep an eye out for goblins, and keep an eye out for whatever the composition is of the enemy's forces. Well, they don't have very strong walls to the town that they currently hold. You've discovered Torsbury. Yeah? Let's check out here and see if we can find anything. other than goblins. Now let's continue our patrol. We arrived, well, at the environs of Torsbury. What can we determine here? They gave us credit for two of them at once? Wow. This quest is rather weird in how it's tracking. Let's see what's out here. At the other road, that should be around here because I'm sure that entrance would also be of interest. Half-breed cavalry. There are half-orc scouts ranging the fields out of Torsbury. You should dispatch to some of them. All right. I mean, there are many half-orcs threatening the fields of the Broadacres. Yeah. I've dealt with half-orcs, right? They're only half a problem. Okay. Half-orc badge. Eager may be found at the fields south of Torsbury. You should hunt down and defeat the captain of the half-orc riders in the western part of the Broadacres. You found a strange badge belonging to a powerful half-orc captain upon the corpse of one of his warriors. Okay. So I need to defeat Eager. While I seek this Eager, I will deal with some of his warriors, such as this one. Okay, I'm supposed to go after riders and warriors, so it looks like the warriors are also riding. I think I'm not going to fool with the bulls. Oh, Aegir! Alright, we'll just have to see if he... There you go. You've defeated Aegir, the captain of the half-orc riders of the western part of the Broadacres. Okay. So I just have to take care of a few more of his... Well, if a goblin wants to volunteer to be in my count, I mean, I will happily oblige him. Where was I? Oh, yes, I wanted to grab that. I have finished my scouting report.
Will you aid the horse lords?
It's as I feared. They have a great array of warriors, but your news is not all bad. It appears that most of the enemy army is comprised of wild Dunlendings, with whom we have much experience in battle, and half-orc raiders. If their only support is a small contingent of goblin warg riders, this should not be all horribly difficult. Okay.
The Rohirrim will need your aid.
The news that you brought me is grim, but I think that there are measures that we can take to even the battlefield a little bit. Share your report with my father and advise him to send a small forays against the enemy. It may be that we can weaken their defenses before initiating a full counter-assault on Torsbury. Okay. Uh-oh. Is that Dudesig? Oh, wonderful. He's not someone I wanted to see right now.
What brings you to these lands?
So, Tor first believes that we should make small forays against the enemy to weaken their defenses? Well, I can certainly see the value of such things. I believe a more direct approach would be better. Dudesig here agrees. Then I know it's the wrong decision. He arrived shortly after you did. Oh, wonderful. I have a task that I think better suits your talents. If it if it involves killing Dudsig, I'd gladly handle it.
Will you aid the Rohirrim?
I am more interested in knowing how strong the forces are at Torsbury itself. We can deal with the ranging foe later. I want you to enter into Torsbury, if you're able, and test the strength of the enemy by defeating some of their warriors. While you're there, scout the gates to determine how well they are defended. You have but to follow the road north and west, and you will come upon the ruins of my town. Return to me when you have acquired a good sense of the situation there. And don't turn back if you get killed, because that's what Dutsig actually wants, right? Yeah, I'm sure of it. I mean, he keeps on trying to send you on suicide missions, right? So we need to scout the southeast gate and the southwest gate. I'll presume that this is the southeast gate. And here, scouted the southeast gate, burning the barricades. While scouting the gates to Torsbury, you discovered wooden barricades that might be destroyed to weaken their defenses. Okay. Anything to weaken their defenses? You should use nearby torches to burn. Oh, gotta find some torches in order to do this. Okay, fine. There you go. And whack. Ooh, interesting timing there. Oh, torches! How many barricades do I have to destroy? Use torch to burn the second barricade. Okay. Oh, there are 4 barricades. Yikes. One of those guys. Okay, now, is the other barricade there also a real barricade? Oh, please, don't stand in the middle of the bonfire. Alright, so that takes care of that. So I presume the others are going to be at the other wall. Well, I guess we'll find out eventually. If we're lucky, there'll be torches nearby. Alright, we'll just deal with the cat. He just runs right by me. Okay. Probably just as well. Oops. Freeing the folk. Free the captives. In Torsbury, you discover the Dunlings are holding several inhabitants captive. Okay. Oh. There you go. Crippling the hand. You learn from some of the captives that you rescued that there are ambassadors from each of the major Dunling today. Okay. So, we should go and... New deed, Wolf Slayer of the Western Mitt. Oh. What now? Don't tell me we've got another quest item in here? Deed bestowed, of course. Wolf Slayer of the Western Mitt. Yes, I guess that makes sense. How many did I get with that? Alright, well, that's 8 down. Oh. Oh, we'll just... well... my bot guardian got so confused there. Alright, how about you go... No, okay, we'll start with that one. Uh, and finally, you. We should be Bryn. Are we supposed to get a quest eventually to kill him? Killing him twice would be a bit weird. Or actually, hold on. Oh! I already have that quest. Okay, never mind. Okay, yes, those are the various captains that are here that we're supposed to kill. Those are the guys the prisoners told us about. And now you? Let's get out of the caltrops. Oh! Prisoner! Kunigith. These men frightened me. Yeah, I guess they would. I have scouted the town.
What brings you to these lands?
You say that my town is well guarded against a counter-assault? Let us hope, then, that your efforts to weaken the enemy's defenses have been fruitful. Well, that's all I could hope.
The Rohirrim have need of your services.
The numbers you speak of are great, but I am still of mind to retake my town. Dusig believes that, with the aid of his people, we can prevail. I still have many stout warriors, and there are many able refugees among us. However, some of my folk and the refugees do not share my confidence. If you would, go amongst my people, especially their leaders, and speak words of courage. Rally them to my cause. I will force none to battle against such odds, but neither will I have them remain behind in fear and shame when there is no cause. Will I be able to convince them to go into this well, I know what Dudstig is going to say. Go in front of the charge so your back can be turned toward... Oh, yeah, whatever. We'll have to see how we fare in talking to these people in the next episode of Lore of the Shadow.